Hello, this is a pretty long section with some pretty big formulas. So make sure, like I said in the past section, that you are putting these numbers into your calculator and getting the answers that I get during the examples. And if not, and you can't figure it out, please email me. Okay, so savings plans and investments. The savings plan formula looks like this. A equals PMT. PMT is the payment, the monthly payment, times 1 plus the APR divided by N to the NY, where Y is the number of years, minus 1. And divide that all by the APR divided by N. So example 1 says, use the savings plan formula to calculate the balance after 6 months for an APR of 12% and monthly payments of $100. So A equals PMT times 1 plus the APR divided by N to the NY minus 1 divided by the APR divided by N. Your payment is $100. The APR is 12%, so 0.12. And N is you're making monthly payments, so 12 per year. It's for 6 months. That's half a year. So we'll use 1/2 for Y. And divided by 0.12 divided by 12. Okay, so let's simplify as much as we can. 0.12 divided by 12 is 0.01. Add that to 1, and we get 1.01. 12 times 1/2 is 6. And 0.12 divided by 12 is 0.01. Okay, so if you take 1.01 to the 6th power and subtract 1, because that's what you would do first with the order of operations. Do your exponent, then subtract 1. You're going to get a decimal. Again, if you get a very long decimal, write it at, and you don't have a graphing calculator or the ability to go ahead and do things one on top of another, make sure you write it all out, type it back in. But you should be able to put into your calculator 1.01 to the 6th power, then subtract 1, then divide by 0.01, and then multiply by 100. So this one isn't too bad. You should get $615.20. That's how much you would have after 6 months. An annuity is a series of equal regular payments. An ordinary annuity is a savings plan in which payments are made at the end of each month. An annuity due is a plan in which payments are made at the beginning of the month. The future value of an annuity is the accumulated amount at some future date, and the present value of a savings plan is a lump sum deposit that would give you the same end result as regular payments into the plan. Example 2 says you would like to retire in 25 years from now and have a retirement fund for which you can draw an income of $50,000 per year forever. How can you do it? Assume a constant APR of 7%. Well, first of all, I let this fool me and think that a retirement plan would pay 7%. It doesn't. It's like 1 or 1.5. So, yeah, that's a little overestimating here, but you get the idea. So, in order to do this, you want to earn $50,000 a year in interest. So you need to ask yourself, what balance do you need to earn $50,000 a year from interest? Let's write that down. What balance do you need to earn $50,000 a year in interest? So if you're getting that in interest, then $50,000 must be 7% of your total balance. So the total balance would be 50,000 divided by 7%, or 0.07. So the total amount that you need in 25 years in your bank account is $714,286. We're going to round that to $715,000. So if you have a balance of $715,000, you will be able to withdraw $50,000 every year without reducing the principal. So, how much do you need to deposit each month to have $715,000 in 25 years? So we're going to use that same formula, but we're going to be solving for the payment. Okay, so the amount we're going to accumulate will be $715,000. We don't know what the payment is. That's what we're looking for. The APR was 7%, so 0.07. We're making monthly payments, so 12 times a year for 25 years. Okay. If we reduce this as much as we can, we're not going to get very good numbers because 0.07 is not perfectly divisible by 12. We're going to get a really long number, and so I'm going to write it on out. If we add 1, we have 1.0058, and I've got 6 threes. 12 times 25 is 300. And then we've got 0.0058 and 6 threes on the bottom. Okay, so a second. Save the writing there. I'm going to subtract 1 from, or I'm going to raise that to the 300th power and subtract 1. So 1.0058333 to the 300, and then minus 1. I get 4.725418152. Divide that by 0.0058333, and we get 810 . 0.0716879. Divide both sides by 810.0716879. And our payment would need to be $882.64. Now, if you have a graphing calculator, you could do that without writing down all those numbers. Just try it in your calculator and make sure you get the same answer I do. Okay, so let's move on. The total return. Consider an investment that grows from an original principal to a later accumulated balance. The total return is the percentage change in the investment value. So it would be the accumulated minus the principal over the principal, same as we've done before, new minus old over old, times 100%. The annual return is the annual percentage yield that would give the same overall growth. A over P times, or to the 1 over Y minus 1, also times 100%. Let's look at an example so you can understand what we're talking about here. So you invest $3,000 in the Clearwater Mutual Fund. Over 4 years, your investment grows in value to $8,400. It's pretty good. What are your total and annual returns for the 4-year period? The total return, A minus P over P times 100%, is the accumulated amount minus the principal over the principal. $180. That's how much you've gained over 4 years. The annual return is A over P to the 1 over Y minus 1. So 8,400 divided by 3,000 to the 1 over 4 minus 1. So divide first, raise to the 1/4 power, or 0.25, either way, and then subtract 1. Multiply by 100%. I'm going to go ahead and write it up here. And you get 29.4%. So the amount you made each year was 29.4% on the previous year. The total was 180%. Several different types of investments. A stock gives you a share of ownership in a company. You invest some principal amount to purchase the stock. The only way to get your money out is to sell the stock. And stock prices change with time, so the sale may give you either a gain or a loss on your original investment. A bond represents a promise of future cash. Buy a bond by paying some principal amount to the issuing government or corporation. The issuer pays you simple interest, and the issuer promises to pay your initial investment plus interest back at some later date. A cash investment generally earns interest and includes the following. You could deposit money into a bank account, to a CD, or a U.S. Treasury bill. Consider the following with investments. Liquidity. How difficult is it to take your money out? So with a stock, you have to wait until stocks are valued at more than what you paid for it if you want to get out a larger amount. Consider the risk. With stocks, you have to consider it might continue going down and never go up. So you want to make sure you invest smart. And the return. How much return, total or annual, can you expect on your investment? Here's some stock market trends from the year 1900 to 2010. There's the Great Depression. Here is 2008, which most of you are born then, may not remember, and some of you are older, so you would remember, like me, when that happened. And it was unfortunate. I worked for a Sylvan Learning Center at that time, and it took them only a year to go bankrupt. Financial data, stocks. In general, there are two ways to make money on stocks. You can sell the stock for more than you paid for it, and that gets you a capital gain. You also make money each year while you own the stock, and that's called dividends. It's not very much, but it's this little piece that the company gives you for owning stock from them. Example 4, we're going to learn how to look at a stock quote. This is a Microsoft stock quote that you found online today. Well, obviously not today, but we're assuming it's today. Okay, so all the little green are just pointing out stuff. This is what the stock looks like, that yellow part there. And the green's just pointing out what's what. So we've got several questions. What is the symbol for the Microsoft stock? So when you're answering questions like this on your notes, you can look back at this and see, here's where it talks about the symbol, and follow to right there. Wish I had a highlighter in this program. It's MSFT. What was the price per share at the end of the day yesterday? Okay, so the price per share today is this here where it says price per share. So $19.76 or 76 cents. That's today. Okay? We want to know what it was yesterday. So we look at the change. It changed. It went down 13 cents from yesterday. So if it went down from yesterday, then we're adding back 13 cents to get to the price it was yesterday. So $19.89 was the price per share yesterday. Based on the current price, what is the total value of the shares that have been traded so far today? So first we need to look for how many shares were traded today. That's the volume, the number of shares that have been traded per day. So here it is. 33,247,937 shares traded today. So what's the value? Multiply it by that value from today, $19.76. So the value is 656 billion, 656,979,235.10. What fraction of all Microsoft shares have been traded so far today? So we know how many shares were traded today. It was 33 million. 247,937 today. We want to know what fraction of all. So how many shares are there in Microsoft total? Okay. The total number of shares. The shares outstanding. Says 8,899.72 million. So let's see. 8,899 million. So that's 1,000 million. So it's actually 8 trillion, or 8 billion, 889 million shares. Oh, I forgot the 0.72. Sorry. Okay. So if we divide, that gives us 0.0037. That means 37 hundredths of a percent of those shares were sold today. And the last question, suppose you own 100 shares of Microsoft. Based on the current price and the dividend yield, what total dividend should you expect to receive this year? The current price, remember, was $19.76. $19.76. So now we want to look for the dividend yield. Here it is, 2.61%. So multiply $19.76 times 100 first, because you own 100 shares. That's $1,976. Then multiply that by 2.61%. So that's 0.0261. You would get $51.57 from the company this year. Few more things here. Bonds are issued with three main characteristics. The face value or par value is the price you must pay the issuer to buy the bond. The coupon rate is the simple interest rate that the issuer promises to pay. And the maturity date is the date on which the issuer promises to repay the face value of the bond. The current price is the points as a percent times the face value. And the current yield is the annual interest payment divided by the current price of the bond. So example 5 says, the closing price of a U.S. Treasury bond with a face value of $1,000 is quoted at 105.97 points for a current yield of 3.6%. If you buy this bond, how much annual interest will you receive? We first need to find the current price. And the current price, it said, was the points as a percent times the face value. So the points as a percent, it says 105.97 points. Change that to a percent and it's 1.0597 times the face value, $1,000. So the current price of the bond is $1,059.70. Oh, don't have much room. it said the current yield is the annual interest divided by the current price. We want to find the annual interest. We know the current yield. It was 3.7%. Let me move some things around here. So change that percent to a decimal. It's 0.037. We're trying to find the annual interest. And our current price, we just found to be $1,057.70. So to solve this, we need to multiply both sides by $1,057.70. The annual interest then is 0.037 times 1,057.7, or $39.21. Mutual funds. When comparing mutual funds, the most important factors are the following: the fees charged for investing and how well the funds perform. So here's a mutual fund quote, and we're going to answer some questions about it. It says, based on the Vanguard 500 mutual fund quote shown on the previous slide, how many shares will you be able to buy if you decide to invest $3,000 in this fund today? So the number of shares you can buy is your investment of $3,000. Oh, that's my kitty sneezing. Bless him. Divided by the share price. Okay, so let's see. We need to look back. We know what our investment is. It's $3,000. We need to find what the share price is. And here's the word share price. $83.83. That's 35.8 shares. But you can't buy 0.8 of a share. And you've only got $3,000. If you bought 36, you'd be spending over $3,000. So we have to round down to 35 shares. Okay? And that concludes our section.